All right, I think we are good now. Can anybody hear me? Just say yes. Then we'll move on. We have our guest with us that we are going to talk about this together. So we are sorry that we did not keep to time. Yes, we'll be trying to put one or two things together. Yes, but we are here. Can you hear me? Okay, good, 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 good. All right, my people, we're going to be talking about the current affiliation with the Edo State Governor with Ohen Of Okhoromi. As you all know, that Ohen Of Okhoromi have committed a lot of atrocities in Edo State. Seeing our governor, our able governor around Ohen Of Okhoromi is questionable. That's why we are here this evening. I'm going to be bringing our brother in here that will be joining us right now. We're supposed to have more people, but we're having our brother now, Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwenokode. Comrade Stanley, are you there with us?
Thank you very much for having me, Niger Watch. Good evening. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening to you, my brother. It's good to have you here this evening. We apologize that we did not keep to the time, but we are here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this together. Right. Comrade Stanley is also on hold, and we are just going to go straight to the point, like I said before. Recently, the video which affiliated Governor Obaseki with Ohen Of Okhoromi, we played it here last week, Friday. I was not very happy because I understand the effort that I've put in to make sure that Ohen Of Okhoromi is persecuted and at the same time prosecuted. But up till now, it looks like we don't have a government, or rather, our government are practicing nepotism with this person, Ohen Of Okhoromi Owoka in Benovia. But I brought you here today because I want to hear from your own side. What's your take on this? Because I understand that you are part of the people that actually fought, to bring total sanity to Edo State for all the atrocities that Ohen Of Okhoromi have caused in Edo State. So I brought you today. Now, most Edo people in diaspora are complaining over the affiliation between the governor and deputy governor and Ohen Of Okhoromi. What's your take on this, my brother?
Good evening, Niger Watch, and good evening to all those that are watching me around the world. And by the power of God Almighty, I could recall that some few months ago, I said that I'm going to join the Edo Security Network Vigilante. And I think some few weeks ago, I fulfilled that promise. As we speak today, I'm talking to you now with my complete regalia as a member of Edo Vigilante Network.
Before that, I would like to applaud you for that brave movement because I saw the pictures and all that. I wonder how you managed to put your life before the people. I want to applaud you for that positive movement. Thank you.
Yes, I choose to join because it's quite obvious that our society today, we are having big problem. And why people are complaining about the activities of vigilante, vigilante has helped in a small way to bring down the threat of the Fulani men that we have in Edo State in the past. And on my part, I choose to join because I want to ensure sanity and I want to ensure that the right thing is done in the vigilante network. And by the power of God Almighty, what I'm saying right now as a member who have the right to investigate, trust me, these people are really doing exceedingly well. And I think His Excellency Governor Obaseki must look for a way to skyrocket the living standard of individual personnel. This may not be according to Osako coding because I am a son to those in the diaspora, and with the activity of those in the diaspora in my life, I think I'm okay. But the governor in himself must look for a way to reach out to these persons. Now, in respect to the topic of discourse today, but before I continue, let me quickly say thank you very much to our brothers and sisters around the world, especially those in the diaspora, and to my brother, to my senior brother, and to my boss, Niger Watch, Edigi himself, and by the power of God, Edigi saw me on media, but Edigi was never aware of the fact that his father has been my political ally right from my history in politics. But believe you me, I want to say thank you to you, boss. And in respect to projection, in respect to selling our image, in fact, you gave me your CFO to do till now. You have not gotten your file number. and you have never asked me to say something. Where is it? And I kept it. It's already available, but I wanted to create room for. I never see him now. We'll talk small if I bring out. But since I don't bring that one, I'm going to make it available to you, sir. But not immediately after this broadcast, but as soon as we round up, maybe tomorrow morning, I'm going to send it to you so that you can use that as a tracking mechanism to reach out. Now, I want to say thank you to you, sir, and to all members of your noble forum, because you know when the Benin say, I see your hands for but they say it is on the perspective of good and bad. Witches can beat you, you see the hands for body. People say we do good, you see the hands for your body. I must confess publicly, Naija, I see your hands for my body on good. Yes, I see your hands for my body, and I want to use this medium to say thank you to all the those around the world, specifically those in the diaspora. I tell people one day, I say, come, if this will tell me, say, Sakono, this is where we stand now. I will stand with them. This message should be clear to His Excellency. If I don't even say this is where we stand, diaspora specifically, we are supposed to be the coordinator general to diaspora connect worldwide. I must stand with the views and opinion of our brothers in the diaspora and our sisters in the diaspora. Now let's go to the issue on ground. Now that we've been able to explain our mindset and what we say, thank you to you, and thank you to you, my brother Edigin, that is anchoring this program. Now, to me, I believe that His Excellency Governor Gov Obaseki, as we all know, is a man that is straight. And as I've earlier said, I don't want to increase my relationship with anybody. If we have strong relationship and bond, we may not be able to speak the truth. So I don't want to be close to anybody. The only people that I'm close to right now is those in the diaspora and those at home. I'm okay with that. But let's be factual. Even if you see Governor Obaseki, the governor of Edo State, with the Ohen Of Okhoromi, don't misinterpret that situation. Do you know why? Because the government went to commission the first ever technologically innovated institution in Nigeria, not in Edo State. And it was started in Okhoromi. One would expect that under a normal situation, the Ohen Of Okhoromi should be out to be part of it. And you not see the governor does not have the right to say, Ohen Of Okhoromi, go inside. When you are in his community and it's the owner of that community. So it was on the basis of free interaction. The government in itself is not a court. That's the right to say, I want to prosecute this man based on the fact that he's guilty. Governor does not have that right to declare anybody guilty. It's the responsibility of the court. And as we speak today, the Edo State House of Assembly is intervening in such issues. And I could recall that calls came to me, even from Nigeria, and we decided to place a call to the Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly as at yesterday. But I know quite well that the House of Assembly will do what is expected, and the resultant of our action will be efficacious. Now, in respect to law and implementation of law, there are bureaucratic processes that are militating against the Nigerian legal system. And that's why we are having slow pace in dispensing justice to satisfy the interests of the people. But what I want to say is this. You cannot see the government in Okhoromi and you expect the Ohen Of Okhoromi to be there. Government does not play hatred. Government is continuum, and government sees everybody as one. That is what, if government decides to say, I don't like this, I like this, I don't like this, that will plunge the state into anarchy. And to avoid such anarchy, government must be liberal, government must be open to all citizens. And let's take an example. If the PPP committee, as inaugurated by the governor, find the Ohen Of Okhoromi guilty, the governor must act. But I want to commend Nigeria and not all other media outlets. And because of the fact that you are operating from YouTube, I believe you have a right to express your opinion. Compared to people, when they invite you to their media, you want to speak, they'll say, hey, watch your tone, because of NBC rule. So I want to thank you for the stance you've taken. Continue like this. If I do good, now for all of us. But to me, I believe that when it is not right, let us not pretend the governor to say, because our Omo could not talk the truth. No, you must be ready to speak the truth. But for now, in respect to this issue, do not see the meeting with, it wasn't a meeting. Now, let me give an example. with myself. The governor came to social media summit as organized by Faris Okwere, Amafe Jessica, Christos Media, what's the name of this guy, DEC and others. The governor came. It was the chief of staff that recorded me while I was standing with the governor. I was recording with my phone, and he took the phone from me and recorded me and the governor himself. And you expect the governor to not say, Osakwani, I like you, I don't like you, when I was close to him, as at that time. So government is for all of us. That's why we are saying that even if you are a member of APC, you have a right to question the government. Because it is not a PDP government, it is an Edo State government. And as an Edo entity, you have the right to speak. But for now, do not misconstrue the interaction of the governor. There was not even an interaction. The governor came to commission issues. Now, Najawash, I want to give you this information. Assist the people. Are you aware that the school created by His Excellency Gov Obaseki, which is the first ever technologically innovated institution in the whole of Federal Republic of Nigeria? Go and check the population. Yoruba is there, Igbo is there, Benin people no Grigu, Edo people no Grigu. As we speak, the number of people who are in classes there are more of Yorubas and Igbos. The Benis are watching. No, the Afema, Esakoma, and other, the Esa. What are we doing? And let me tell you the way the school is being run. Subsidy is given to students. It is run like an American institution. Every money you need will be paid by the Edo State government as an individual. When you must have learned a profession and you have started working, you pay back to the Edo State government. To date, people refuse to go. Obaseki no good. Obaseki no good. Now let me tell you, there are government abuse institutions. As we speak today, in terms of human capacity development, let me tell you, I should be more angry than anybody. I sang Oga Carry Tickets Go, which was the official campaign song. Today, Obaseki has not called me, but I cannot pretend from speaking the truth. As we speak today, sir, this man is really developing the state. I am angry with him from the angle of my personal interest. But my interest is greater than my interest. I will not say because I sing Oga Carry Tickets Go, and no, they never give me any position for government because I will steal the truth and bend it. No, I am the only politician that openly said that I fought for stomach infrastructure. From Nigeria to America, Canada, Europe, and Saudi Arabia, no politician can say such. They pretend to be fighting for the people, but they are fighting for themselves. Thank you, Nigeria Watch.
Thank you. My brother, as you know, like I stated before, we all have been fighting these land grabbers in those states. To be honest, I don't live there. You know, I don't live in those states. It's not because I'm scared to live in those states. Like I've always said before, those who know me or know my family know that all those riffraff, I'm not scared of them. But the truth of the matter is that we have less privilege, and those that cannot actually speak for themselves, that are being intimidated every day by this either Ohen, or Kaile, or Dionwere, Enogi, and all that. Many of them intimidating our people, intoxicated by the power given to them. Now, in two cases, we have seen Governor Obaseki with Ohen Of Okhoromi. I want you once again to answer, why is Governor Obaseki continuously affiliating himself with Ohen Of Okhoromi? As you know that the protest we did months ago, you were there, Comrade Stanley Zazosa. You actually made a speech there. In your presence, we hand over our petition to Philip Shaibu, the Deputy Governor of Edo State. To date, the Deputy Governor have not done anything about that petition that was handed to him. We went all the way to pile up on other petitions, which I handed to Marcus Onobo, the Edo State Speaker of House of Assembly. Marcus Onobo pretentiously ignored that petition, which he admits that he did not see it. We resubmitted again another one to Marcus Onobo. As we speak, none of them have done anything about it. I'm going to put this on the screen for you to see that. I guess you can read that. Right?
Yes.
That was the second attempt of the petitions of those people that Ohen Of Okhoromi have caused a lot of pains in Edo State. This was directly to the Edo State House of Assembly Speaker. You know, why? That's the back from Niger Watch, and that is the main document inside that back up the numerous document there. That is my own letterhead in Niger Watch. Till now, Marcus Onobo have not done anything about these two submissions, while Philip Chaibo have not done anything about the submission which you were there as well. So, Comrade Stanley Osazosa Onokode, I want you to talk to Edo people. What can you say about this silence from Edo State government in the matter of Ohen Of Okhoromi and the continuous affiliation with Ohen Of Okhoromi with the Edo State government?
Yes, I'm going to look at it from a divergence perspective, from two angles, from my personal angle and from the state angle. As we speak today, the media attack, the wars, counterattacks, blackmail, and the demystification of our imagery by some elements today on the social media space is because of terrorism. One, my fight against the Ohen Of Okhoromi and the open exposure of their activities and what it benefited as against the Edo people. Two, my individual achievements in respect to what we beneath called Eminayo Bomau. Now let's take an example. You receive 5 naira, I receive 5. You acted as an Obi Kubana, that you are one of the richest. You born your own, and I use my own to buy Smith. Am I wrong? And the third is what is currently going on today in the state. I want to tell you, sir, the Ohen Of Okhoromi is always trying to be smart, but it cannot be smart. I fought against the interest of Ohen Of Okhoromi because of his intent to subjugate Edo people into economic repression. After a few weeks, the enemies were looking for every available opportunity to get at me. They came out in respect to issue concerning to Jolly's land in Iguamo community. Let's be remembering where we were coming from.
Yeah.
Trying to blackmail me, but it did not come out to say, after Sakonokodi sold the land, he said Jolly should not enter there. But as we speak now, Jolly is seeing light. He's putting sun in his sight. He wants to start development. The same people who accused me did not come out again to the media to say, Ogi Matao, we lied against him. But we're going to keep counting the results out. Sir, let me tell you the simple truth. As we speak today, the governor of Edo State, if you really know Obaseki, you will know that Obaseki is a no-nonsense governor. God knows from up to down. If now Shomole never give me an appointment for those Star War, I know I know Star War. I have never deceived the Edo people to say, I do not need a job. I do not want an appointment from the government. I needed it. I am not desperate, but I want it. And I did not tell the people that when I get one, I'm going to reject. But regardless of my personal interest, Edo interest will be paramount, and we should be ready to speak the truth at all time. Sir, with all due respect, I believe we were almost in the conference call we discussed yesterday before we placed a call to the Speaker of the House of Assembly. I was the one who called him. But let's give them, I told him, I said, I am very close to you. We read the same course. He graduated in Ekpomo and I graduated in Auchi, almost the same year. He read geography and regional planning. I read urban and regional planning. It's the same course. In Unimed, it is called town country planning. It is just variation in names. And I told him, it will be bad if someone like me joins the people to act. And he said they should give him some time. The speaker in itself is not a court that have the right to conclude. But what I can assure you is this. Are you aware that Isaiamu who contested with the governor, if governor says Isaiamu today, he has no right to say, go and sit down. They must laugh and smile and play. But the law must be the law. The governor is not the law. The court is the law. So, sir, believe me, I am appealing to your conscience. Let's give them some time. And do you know what? I want to open one secret. It is the psychiatric that is having issues with the Ohen Of Okhoromi as we speak. Majority of persons have refused to submit their petitions against the Ohen Of Okhoromi. And what if tomorrow he decides, okay, let's look for a way to resolve? Do you have a way to prosecute him again? That's why members of the public must make available petitions. Now, in respect to me, sir, as a person, I have learned to be very careful. Enemy where they look for my mistake too many. I have learned to be extremely careful. I not collect somebody's land. I sold a part. You went ahead to sell from the other angle to get. And I did not come to say, why did you go there to get? Instead of you to solicit for my support to assist, I was blackmailed. No single individual can come out to say, I have collected 1 inch from them in respect to land. By the power of God, I'm just trying to be very careful. But believe me, sir, Nigeria watch. Osakuno, what he is sitting, I'm not a pretender. But if I fail to fully acknowledge you, I am an evil man.
All right, Comrade Stanley, I will hold you right there because someone has been calling and calling and calling. I'm not even sure this person. If you want me to pick your call, don't call me with a video call, please. I don't know why some people are calling with a video. If it's a mistake, that's fine. I'm here. You can see me. You're still calling me with a video call. How does that make sense? You know, please, you need to call me back directly. Don't call me with a video call. Go ahead, Comrade Stanley. What we want to hear, what Edo people in the diaspora would like to hear from you, because you are one of those people who actually consecrated yourself to fight for Obaseki's victory today. Why is Governor Obaseki affiliating himself with Ohen Of Okhoromi?
Sir, for now, that's what we have been explaining. You cannot see that as an affiliation. First, in respect to law, no one is guilty except being pronounced by the court of competent jurisdiction. It is not as if you saw the governor with the Ohen Of Okhoromi in government house, or in a Kosodi, or in Ekuma. You saw him in Okhoromi. Just like I may be an enemy to the governor, the governor visiting Guamo community in Umagbai North Ward 5. I will say I will say I will not be there. That's my community. So what you saw was commissioning in Okhoromi, so the Ohen have a right to be there. Was there any direct interaction between the Ohen and the governor, or a mere picture snapped as a normal populace? As we speak, there are individuals who were there, who are not in government, they are not in communities, they came. Why didn't we see that as a topic? The governor as well stood with those sentences. So let us not see, pressure your people to bring those details. Land grabbing must stop in a Edo state. Now, I want to state this clearly. Nigeria watch. You know, in our society today, our people can easily be cajoled. Some person hates somebody because somebody told them to hate the person. The question is, has this person acted wrongly to you? Character traits cannot be healed. It must show itself in due time. Those who are really pretending and those who are who they are must come to open in the near future. But what I want to tell the people is this: I am not a good person. I am not a bad person. I will not pretend to you. There is no extra from what you are seeing in public and behind the scene. I took a picture when I joined the vigilante. I took a picture with permission from our office. I don't tell you say I did vigilante, say I not did well. I did get it back. But the truth is this: instead of some person to say correct, they came as well to try to belittle my personality. My dear brothers and sisters, in those in abroad and at home, we all are fighting for you. Don't let anybody deceive you. Anybody who say he's fighting for you alone without fighting for himself is a liar. As I fight for you, I fight for myself, and not the fight for only you. In fact, when they say we could choose, I'm not going to say you first choose before me. Except saying that you senior me, now you could choose. Let nobody deceive you to say he's fighting for you alone, he's not fighting for himself. We are fighting for ourselves, and we are fighting for you. I don't lie you. Not let anybody deceive you. Say, I not tell you say I'm too good. I'm not good. If you like me like this. If you hate me. Now you're right. But to me, I must speak the truth at all times. My truth might not be correct, but I know say inside my mind, when I don't talk and finish, I'll say I am free. That is why I am a candidate to the kingdom of God. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Comrade Stanley Sazosa. We are not going to be here for long. I would like one or two persons to ask questions right there. I can see a question from Vivian De Rose asking that what is the duty that community of Ohen of Okhoromi for him to sit directly with Governor Obaseki. So if you have a question right there, I'm going to take up to 5 questions, then we round up. So I want you to answer that, Comrade Stanley Sazosa, like you said before, because the governor commissioned a building right there in his community. But who is he? Who is Ohen of Okhoromi, for Christ's sake? Who is he?
Now, sir, listen. Apart from who is he, in fact, when we talk about who does not really like the action, not the person, the action of Okhoromi are number one. But let me tell you, as low as I am in my community, a former vice chairman who said, if the governor visits my community, my elders will call me on phone as a stakeholder. We are here, no talk of city Ohen, whether it's illegal Ohen or legal Ohen, as at that time, he must be there.
Okay.
So that's the relationship between you and the governor.
Okay.
Let me talk to somebody else right here. Hello, good evening to you. Please go straight to the point. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Yeah, Miss, good evening. I'm calling from Italy.
Okay, thank you. Please talk to us.
I send you a picture. Please, can you go through it? It can also help in this debate.
I saw that is the same thing we're talking about. That was the invitation of the building that was commissioned, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. I already saw it. That's part of the thing we're talking about right now.
Okay. Yeah. So I just want to let you know. I thought you have not seen it.
No, I just saw it right now. I saw it right now. That was the letter that Ohen Of Okhoromi drafted to invite his own people, that the governor is coming to their community. And he also lied that the vice president is coming.
Vice president. Okay.
Yeah, he lied. He lied to deceive, because of course, what Ohen Of Okhoromi is trying to do is trying to let the people of Edo State know that it's connected.
You know, the last meeting. This is what I told you in the last meeting. Last week Thursday, you remember I told you he's trying to place on himself that he's so powerful. He want to make the whole vicinity, the whole environment to know that he's well connected, so that
exactly
they will be more scared of him.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
I saw the
Nigeria
letter.
was.
Yeah.
Let me quickly tell you something.
Yeah.
For those who are not aware of the power of people, if the pressure of Obaseki go wrong, go Okhoromi for us. If the pressure of Obaseki, he go wrong, go hold on. No influence, except there is no pressure. If the people goes to sleep, these people will continue to act freely, nothing will happen. But if the people not sleep, forget. Let nobody deceive you, sir. The people must decide. You may not understand the power of the people. Let me tell you, all what happened in respect to Okhoromi land grabbing case is because of the voice of the people. But many are using like a dialectical attitude to say, oh, forget. It is affecting the progress of our nation. People never ask why. People never ask why Usakonoko did not go government. I don't want to be close to anybody. I should be able to speak. The only person that I'm close to are those who make me not carry plate today to be acting as a babiala.
We have a question there. There's a question from Mommy Diaspora. Please read and answer. Thank you.
He said, our concern is, why is the Ohen of Okhoromi still a free man in the state? Why is he not in jail after so many evidence about his atrocity against many people in our land? Now, let me tell you, first, the only institution or group that have the power to speak on this matter is the newly constituted PPP. The Edo State House of Assembly does not have the mandate to send anyone to prison, except in line with the Constitution, except the court. As of today, the Edo State House of Assembly has legislated on a law backing the PPP. Now, let's pressure the governor to ensure that the PPP start their job. They are the only people who have the power. So for now, Ohen Of Okhoromi must be seen as a free man until there's a conclusion, a verdict in respect to his issue. Now, I'm just trying to be very factual in my explanation. But the truth must be said. To me, I believe we are tired, and these persons must be made to face the full wrath of the law. Another person alone, any individual who collects anybody's land, including those that is speaking, because I did vice before. Somebody, I went to go and do survey. If you watch my video today on Facebook, I did survey to somebody on behalf of somebody in Igbo, and the person was around. He told somebody that he said, this guy was the vice of this community, nobody knows him. And then the developer came, asked him, do you know me? He has spent 5 years. He doesn't even know me. I cannot pretend to be good. I am not good, but I am not Jesus, who I try my best to try. And I know that at the end of the day, Oven or Gwalidabo.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Comrade Stanley Sakuno holding, because the reason why a lot of people are agitating over this Ohen Of Okhoromi, as you can see, we played video a couple of weeks ago where he was invited to the House of Assembly. The way he was sitting down was so relaxed, like I don't know what's happening, because commoners commit a little crimes and they sentence them to jail. Ohen Of Okhoromi have committed a lot of atrocities in Edo State. People are still waiting for him to be judged first in the court. And we continuously seeing our governor, deputy governor affiliating with this kind of a person. To be honest, when people start attacking Governor Obaseki tomorrow now, you see Governor Obaseki supporters will start saying, no, leave him alone, because the governor is inactive at the moment when it comes to Ohen Of Okhoromi. When it comes to land grabbing, to be honest, I know our traditional rulers are not actually doing much about land grabbing as well, but Governor Obaseki is the governor of the state. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, my people, I'll continue to call on Governor Obaseki because he's the first citizen of the state constitutionally. So Ohen Of Okhoromi suppose, because the PPP, whatever they have created, is not helping any issue. In fact, nothing is working. You know, Comrade Stanley Osazosa, are we going to continue to live like this and be waiting for the PPP to be active or to be activated, or we should continue to be talking? I don't know.
Yes, we are not in a Portuguese parliament where everyone is allowed to operate haphazardly. And I still think that you may not know what you have done in Edo State, Nigeria Watch. I will not want to mention the names of all other media outlets in your platform, except if I'm using my own platform to speak. So I'm not here to advertise any other person. But the truth must be said, sir. What those of you who are on the YouTube channel has done, believe me, you are a dogged fighter, Nigeria Watch. And I think we must be ready to follow the law to the end. I told you yesterday, I said, do not mistake to relinquish an iota of your rights, and do not mistake to give up. Sir, without due respect, are you aware that your YouTube channel goes to hit the heart of Edo State Government House? Let me tell you today, you did not call Sir Jolly on phone to be part of the program on YouTube. He watched us live from the beginning to the end. In fact, we have met how many times now as we speak, Islam will get to him by the power of God. That was a mandate. I wouldn't have been part of it, but those in the diaspora sent me to resolve the issue. And I have no option that to go and resolve it. And through the platform of Nigeria. So, sir, with due respect to your person, you may not know what you are doing. If you give up, Edo may not succeed. If you mistakenly give up, Edo may not succeed. You are not an opposition party member. You are not pro-government. You are Edo must be okay. I have seen your media correspondent more than 100 times on ground in different struggles. Do you know how much it takes to fund a correspondence to go and be on a daily basis? Nigeria Watch, if people not thank you and your fellows, now you get correspondence, the others not get correspondence, and they needed to learn from you. After all, the difference between me and my number one attacker in Edo State is this: waiting I not sabi, I want to learn. But waiting in not sabi, it go spoil am, make that thing not exist. But to me, I believe experience is a hard teacher because it teaches you the consequences of every action. I know what I've benefited through the platform of Nigeria Watch. Nigeria Watch in itself may not be aware. There is a woman that always called me. She gave me a CFO. She saw me through Nigeria Watch. I will not mention her name. Oh, we know something. What do you mean? YouTube is there. Do I have a YouTube channel? No. Since that woman gave me a job, she paid me in full. She has never called me to say, oh, that is benefit from Nigeria Watch. So, sir, without due respect, and not to you alone, to all of those around the world, I will be the most ungrateful person if I say you did not do anything for me. I will be the most grateful person. Let's be factual. We don't work, we don't see with our hands. Nobody will give us free. Anything sitting free. But let me ask a simple question. Those people who choose to see me for internet, they don't know me before, they give me work. You just say they not get people who give that kind of work. E.g., you Nigeria Watch. Now me they do your CFO. My brother, if they give me time to talk this evening, if I open my belly, it not go fit still explain the kind of loyalty and thank you when I get home. Boss, believe me, you and many others, and those in the diaspora in general, but to don't give me, but to let me, but to wait me, because that word Edo in diaspora is not given to one person. It's any Edo with the diaspora. So whether you like me or you hate me, thank you. Thank you. Because it is not an easy task.
Thank you, Comrade Stanley Osaze Saponokode. I appreciate you for your recognition. To be honest, my brother, it's not very, very encouraging after all this effort that we are putting in, but we are not seeing the result, especially the big ones. Ohen Of Okhoromi is supposed to be persecuted and is supposed to be prosecuted at the same time.
Yes, Niger was is true. Niger was is true. But believe you me, nobody has the power to say prosecute him except pronounce guilty. We all are fighting the same battle, but let's know where the result must come from, so that you will not have heartbreak when it goes separately from what you expect. But first, there is a crime. And I stated something before. I said, apart from psychiatric hospital, how many other petitions do we have? I have about 4 that have submitted in respect to Ohen Of Okhoromi. Let this report comes out, so that even if it does that of psychiatric, it cannot dodge the rest. But in a situation where you decide to retract your evidence, Obaseki does not have the right to say, oh, no. There must be a pronouncement, either from the court or from the PPP. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Stanley. We are rounding up now. It's quite late. My people, Niger Watch family, thank you very much for your time. We once again apologize for not coming on air on time. We scheduled this for 9 p.m. UK time, which was Nigeria time 8 p.m. But still, we were delayed for more than 35 minutes. But still, this is 47 minutes now we've been here. I think it's time for us to round up right now. Thank you very much for your time with us. I can see, let me acknowledge everyone right here so quick. Although we have a lot of comments here, but let me quickly scan through. Thanks for joining us, Aze. Etios, I can see you right there. Mommy Diaspora, mother of all, can see you as well. Thank you very much, everyone. Can see John. Thank you, Henry. Oh, Vivian De Rose. Thank you very much for your time with us. Rita Adams, I can see you, Emmanuel. I can see you as well. Thank you for joining us. Ja Livet, I see you right there. Goko, I see you. Diaspora Vibes from Facebook, I can see you. Thanks for joining us. Steve, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you. John C. Emmanuel, I can see you right there. Thank you, my good people. Thank you for your time. In case I'm not sure your name, we're going to know. Efrata Catfish, Farm Nigeria, I can see you as well. Good evening to every one of you once again. We are rounding up now. We've been here all day. Today I've been quite busy day, so we need to move on right now. Thank you, my good people. Comrade Stanley Osaze, please, 1 minute, only 1 minute, round up with us. What do you have to tell Edo people in diaspora?
Yes, in this Yuletide period, those in the diaspora should see reasons to have a rethink, to invest. We know that the land grabbers have driven most of you out of Edo State to Lagos and thereabouts, but believe me, Edo is our only home, and it's our collective responsibility to build it. And by the power of God Almighty, the Edo State Security Network, Vigilante, which I'm part of, will join and complement the effort of government to ensure absolute security in this Yuletide period and beyond. And I think land grabbing issues is our collective resolve. We must put an end to it. And for those who are blackmailers and for those who see benefits in pulling others down so that they see it as a mechanism to reign, I think you do not need to pull the next man down to get to the light. Now that you've seen the light, let us all collaboratively put an end to problem militating against our people. Now, it's not as if we are not busy. We are extremely very, very busy as an individual about when something happens to our brothers and sisters in diaspora, because we all are beneficiaries. We can't It changes. On a daily basis, we see attack on media. We say, how would you have benefited? Yes, nobody's that's giving me free money. No. But when you patronize me, you are helping me. So to me, I know we've seen criticism, but be rest assured that because of this, we must be ready to protect your interests and to do what is right, to ensure that at the end of the day, you have reasons to smile, that the door belongs to you, and that Osakwenokwodi is your boy, your brother, your friend, your uncle, and your relation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade Stanley Osakwenokwodi. Both all of us in the diaspora, I and my team, all of us, we hope that now that you have joined the security network, we are going to see more of the, how do I put it, or more of the security, more of the protection in our states.
Yes, it's already obvious, Nigeria Watch. It's already obvious, sir. As we speak today, I cannot claim glory, but I know that for the case of Fulani Esme, you no longer hear it. Am I lying?
No, you are
Am
right.
I lying?
You're right.
That Fulani Esme invaded one so community or this community. That has become a thing of the past. And I must commend His Excellency Governor Obaseki. And I want Governor Obaseki to look for a way to reach out to all the vigilantes. As we speak today, security, community policing is the only key to ensure security. When you are committing crime and because vigilante is structured in a way and manner that you must join in your own territory. You cannot say, I want to go and bring it from government house. No, your territory must recognize you. As we speak, community policing has restored peace in Edo State. There's nowhere you will not see crime in the world. There are different crimes. Terrorism may be hitting Russia. Terrorism may be hitting America, while kidnapping will be hitting Nigeria. Kidnapping may not be in America. So there are variations. But what I want to tell you is there are security right now in Edo State. Come and invest. But the only problem we're having is the land grabbing issue, which we must fight to the end. And we must pressure the governor of Edo State to act so that at the end of the day, that which is militating against the development of Edo State must have been respected. And lastly, sir, you all are aware in respect to the Gazette and information publication made by the Edo State government yesterday that Edo has been declared a planning area. Any land, I want to tell you people, you know, for the purpose of secrecy, we may not want to say everything, but let me tell you people, as you see that, I don't want to mention one community name. You see from Airport Road, you want entire state gate through Iriri, Arogba, Obayato, Obagenewusa, Okhoromi, Obasagbo, Ogege. Before you buy land in those communities, check if you are not buying a government land. The governor of Edo State, those territory, majority of those territory are Ogba Reserve Zone. Ogba Reserve Zone. You cannot go and spend millions of naira to buy problem. I'm using this medium to advise our brothers and sisters. Please, don't buy a land anywhere in the Edo without verifying if it's not a government land. If it is not a government land, buy. Community no fit take your land, except it not concern us. Now only the government, because we know we fit fight government. Government after God, my government. 3G, God, government, and gone. So make sure you verify before you buy those kind of land. As we speak, or that Ogba Reserve Zone, follow through Okhoromi. Sorry, follow through Okay Aroma to Agri-Court and some areas in Obagenewusa. Before you buy anywhere in that area, it is not hard. You consult us. I want to know whether the area where they buy now, whether it's for government land. Like those where they Kubai, they sleep with their two eyes closed. Only way you get government land for Kubai now, EBS, Aduawa, Uzala, NTA, and any other place where power line pass through. The rest no government land. So please, the worst part of the law be say,
All right.
No matter the sentiment you say, oh, the government they bring people out, so government land will be taken by government. Government may not even come in the next 30 years, in the next 100 years, but one day government must take what belongs to them.
So what about the question on the screen?
Now, you have people like Osakono Kudi. You say where and how do we verify? Like Osakono Kudi. This is my profession. He like the government land go high for with rock and the rest. I can tell you, after I collect sample what I want to take for that place, pick the points when I need, I will tell you in the next 5 hours if that land is a government land or not. Now my work with that ETA, I practiced it and I am working with it. Like those Obasago, government land day, but again no be government land. Obayanto, government land many there, but again no be government land. Same with Obagi, Gov Obaseki. In fact, all those Yeko Black community, those scouts areas where they go to sell an area, not only community, we go to sell this place. Anybody will get land there, stop to the build. You are building on government land, and they put you people there. That when the demolition no cry.
All right.
Don't
Thank
make
you.
me.
Thank you for responding. I'm going to say have a good night because we need to round up now. Thank you very much for your time with us. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your recommendations, your acknowledgement. You know, in fact, all the praises and all that. I appreciate you. And you know, I'm so much proud of you as well. Thank you very much, my brother. We are going to do this again until we get the result of this land grabbing. We are not going to relent on it. Thank you very much once again, my brother.
I'm grateful. Thank you, Nigeria Watch. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. And thank you very much once again for joining us. My people, I appreciate every one of you for your time. We need to be going right now because we've been here almost all day. So I appreciate you all for your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me say good night now. It's quite late here. But I'm going to give you guys 1 minute to deliver your message. Thank you and bye for now. Oyaga ume, ibu abuji me